Well, there's quite an exciting story about this building, but none of which you'd probably want to print. Maybe you would. Our Vice President of the United States, Nelson Rockefeller, and former governor of New York, used to have his offices backing up behind these beautiful townhouses. The Rockefeller family owned these since the early 1900s. They're two twin townhouses joined together. That's what you're looking at right now. It's actually two townhouses. And then directly behind them were two other townhouses where his offices were. And what he would do is around 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, he would go over to these townhouses where his secretary was waiting, where he was regularly stripping her. And this went on for years. And the press would be waiting for him on 55th Street, which is the street behind these townhouses. And he would never come out, and they were always wondering where the hell he was. He would escape through these townhouses, get in the limo, and go the 6 or 7 blocks to where his wife was, which is where he lived. All that was going on for many, many years. The woman's name was Macon, by the way, Macon Marshak. So he was Macon. So one night, he has this massive heart attack and dies in the sack with this secretary. The family freaks out, does not call the police or anything. And they wait like 5 or 6 hours, and they dress them all up like everything's normal, and then pretend that he was working in the townhouses, which was a complete lie. It all leaked out that he had been dead for hours before the coroner showed up. And then the woman disappeared and has never been heard from again. I think she's alive, but nobody, she must have been paid so many millions. And then they just wanted to get rid of these townhouses as fast as they could. And we were a lucky beneficiary. We paid $10 million for these two and the other two behind them. So $2.5 million each for 4 townhouses. The value today would be like 50 million or some crazy number. And what we did was we built a new building. You can see it rising up slightly behind the buildings on 55th Street. And we actually created an atrium between the new building on 55th behind the buildings and these old townhouses, which still exist because they were landmarked. We couldn't demolish them. So as you walk through this atrium, you're walking the same path that Nelson did to go make it with Macon.